take care of all his adversaries on the planet. Every single one of them. Read.
Which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
And see, a lot of people will say in their mind, which is the heart, well, that's not going to happen to me. And guess what? The Most High, he trieth the reins and the heart. He knows what's going on in those minds. He trieth the reins and the heart. And you can't get away with those wicked thoughts that you've got going on in those minds. Read. Go.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David.
And in that day, he's raising up the tabernacles of David. He's raising us up, the ones that you guys lie to, calling us proverbs and bywords. He's raising us up now in these last days, because we're in the last days. These are the perilous times, whether you want to believe it or not. This place is almost out of here. Read.
That is falling and close up the breaches thereof.
Because he's going to close up all the breaches. He's going to restore us like in the days of old. This is why he said through Moses, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and they will show thee. Ask thy elders, and they will tell thee. Read.
And I'll raise up his ruins, and I'll build it as the days of old.
And he's going to rebuild it as the days of old. It's going back to how it used to be. It doesn't matter if you guys don't like it. You don't like what God put in this Bible. His word is going to stand, because he declares the end from the beginning. And his counsel is going to stand, whether you like it or not. Read.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old.
This is the Levitical priest Moses. He said to remember the days of old. Read.
Consider the years of many generations.
And he said consider the years of many generations. He said consider all these things that you guys did to us, to our forefathers, and what you guys are continue doing to us. He said consider all these things, because you guys aren't getting a pass. You're not going to get a pass for all these things you've done to God's holy people. You're not going to get away with it. Read.
Ask thy father, and he will shew thee.
He said to ask thy fathers, and they will show us. Read.
Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
And the elders, they're telling us. And the scriptures tell us everything we need. Everything is written in the prophecies. All we got to do is read. This is why he said to seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. He said none of these chapters are going to fail, and none is going to want her mate. Go to that. Go finish where you're at first.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people.
See, the Lord's portion is his people, the ones he chose from the foundation of the world. Read.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
And Jacob is the lot of the Most High's inheritance. Let's seek ye out of the book, Isaiah 34. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. We're the ones that he chose from the foundation. And that covenant that he made is not going to change because you guys didn't like it. This is why this whole world is being stirred up. The Most High God is doing this. He declares the end from the beginning. And his counsel is going to stand, whether you like it or not. Read.
Isaiah 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
And that's what we've done. We've seeked out of the book of the Lord. We've read the Torah. We've read the Tanakh. We've read the Holy Scriptures. We've read the Gospel. We've studied history. We've studied now. And now we know how to read. You can't lie to us anymore. We know how to read now. Read.
None of these, none shall want her mate.
And you can't duplicate this Bible. You can't duplicate it. It's a one-of-a-kind book. This is the only living book on the planet, is the Holy Bible. You can't duplicate this.
No.
Hold on. Go ahead.
No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate.
And you can't duplicate the Holy Scriptures. This is a one-of-a-kind book. This is a one-of-a-kind. You can't duplicate it. Read.
For my mouth it hath commanded.
Because the Most High God's mouth is the one that commanded the Holy Scriptures. That's who put this together. This was the Most High God that put this together. Read.
And his spirit it hath gathered them.
And his spirit is the one that gathered all this information. Because no man did this. This was the Most High God. This was Yahweh that did this. Yahweh himself put this together and gave the prophets, those righteous men, those holy men, to put this together. They put it in the scrolls originally, then it got converted into the Bible. Go ahead.
Revelations 1 verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
So now, this is John the Revelator in the book of Revelation. And what does revelation mean? That means the revealing of something. He said, blessed is he that readeth. Read.
And they that hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
Because we're in the last days. The time is right now. We're in those perilous times right now. This is why there's so much death going on the earth. This is why the Most High is not going to stop. He's going to continue doing all these things on the earth, because this is the time that these prophets were talking about. We're in that time right now, and he's not going to stop until he accomplishes his mission.
Nehemiah 8 verse 8. So they read in the book, in the law of God, distinctly, and he gave the sense.
So we've been reading the book of the law of God distinctly. We study every single day. We study hard. Like he said, blessed is he that readeth. Read.
And gave the sense.
So now he's given us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scripture, because we study every single day to show ourselves approved. Workers that are not ashamed of the gospel. And we're going to rightly divide the word of truth. We're not going to tell you no lies or deceit like you guys are so accustomed to in this society. Read.
And cause them to understand the reading.
And he's called us to understand the reading. We're not being lied to anymore. And now you guys might as well get ready for that recompense that's coming upon all of you who touch the apple of God's eyes. It's just a matter of time before he takes care of all of his adversaries here. Read.
2 Timothy 2 verse 15. Study to shew thyself approved.
And that's what we do. We study to show ourselves approved. Read.
Unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
And we're not ashamed of this. And we're going to rightly divide the word of truth. We're going to give it to you the way Yahweh did it, the ones you call Jesus, the way Peter did it, the way Paul did it, the way Barnabas did it, the way Silas did it, the way all those prophets did it. You're going to get it like that, the way Moses brought it. That's how you're going to get it. Read.
Acts 17 verse 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so.
And so we studied, and he shows, every day we study, and we find pearls, we find the diamonds and the nuggets, all in the scriptures, because we've studied the Bible, and we stay in the Bible every single day. This is where our heart is. Christ said this. He said, don't worry about these things on this earth where thieves will break in and steal. Because he says, where your heart treasures are, there your heart is also. Our heart is with the Most High. Read.
Matthew 22 verse 29. Yahweh answered and said unto them, ye do err, not knowing the scriptures.
See, a lot of people, they err in this society because they don't know these scriptures. But you're going to get them today. You're getting the truth today, because Christ came into this world to give testimony of the truth. And that's to be true to God. He didn't tell no lies. There was no guile in his mouth. He never told a lie. Read.
Nor the power of God.
See, you don't know the power of God. You guys don't know the power of God, but you're going to know it in a minute. You get ready to know his power and his might. Go to Jeremiah 6. Let's see what he said about how everybody's going to know his power and his might. You're getting ready to know it pretty soon. Jeremiah 16. Start, yep. You know the one.
Jeremiah 16 verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress.
O Lord, my strength and my fortress. Read.
In the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee.
See, you guys are going to come unto us pretty soon in the day of your affliction, because you're getting ready to get afflicted. Read.
Sure. In the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our father have inherited lies.
And right now, you guys are figuring that out, that your fathers have inherited lies and vanity and things wherein there is no profit. Read.
Vanity and things wherein there is no profit shall man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods.
But you guys have made Cesar Borgia your God, the one that Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo painted. You guys have pushed him as a God, and Christ was a so-called black man. But you guys have pushed that idol all over the world, and you're going to pay the price for doing that. Read.
Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I'll cause them to know mine hand and my might.
You're going to know the Most High God's hand and His might. You guys are going to know it pretty soon. You're going to know His hand and His might. Read.
And they shall know that my name is the Lord.
And you're going to know that His name is the Lord. You're going to know that the Lord is the one that did this when He smashes every single adversary on this planet. You're not going to have no shadow of a doubt who did this to you when He's all done. Go ahead.
Isaiah 42, verse 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war.
He's going to stir up jealousy as a man of war. This is why. Why is he jealous? Because he's jealous because how you guys have been doing his people in this society. He's jealous about that. And he has a controversy with this land. Read.
He shall cry. Yeah, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies.
And he's going to cry. He's not going to cry tears. He's going to be destroying people. That's what this is saying. He's going to cry, but not tears. He's going to be destroying nations. That's what he's talking about. He's going to roar, and he's going to prevail against his adversaries. This is what the Most High God is going to do. Read.
I've long time holding my peace.
And he's been long time holding his peace because